Hi, this is Andrea and welcome. In this week's video, we're going to talk about advertising. Often Reiki practitioners looking to start their own business will ask a couple of questions about advertising. First, do they need to advertise or can they just rely on referrals? And secondly, if they are going to advertise, what's that going to cost? How much should it cost? And what avenues are best for advertising? I'm going to share with you my experiences, and I'm also going to share with you a big decision that I came to after looking at my own records in preparation to make this video. I'm changing some things in the way I advertise, so I'll let you in on that later. The first question you need to ask yourself is, what does a successful Reiki business look like to you? For some practitioners, maybe they want to keep their day job and they just really want to do maybe a few Reiki sessions per week or on the weekends. And other practitioners might be looking to really build a business, so they are working full-time, seeing clients, and then maybe going on to teach classes. But regardless, you'll need a lot of clients coming through the door. I made a previous video about creating a steady stream of clients at no out-of-pocket cost, and I'm going to link that down in the description, and also I will put a link at the end of this video to take you to that video, because that is a fantastic strategy to use when you're starting out. And like I said, it doesn't cost anything out of pocket and you get free advertising too. So please check that out if you haven't already. I think all Reiki businesses need a website, business cards, and a brochure. A website is just crucial because you need to be out there online because people are searching for Reiki. Please don't just rely on a Facebook business page. While that's good and everything, there are so many people out there that are not on Facebook. Websites don't have to be really complicated. They can be done using templates, and you can really do it yourself. I've done my own website through Wix.com. And I've also designed my own business cards and my own brochures. The idea is to build your brand and make a cohesive look and message to all the things out there, either online or in print. Business cards might be old school, but they're pretty inexpensive and they're great. They're small, you can pack a lot of information on here, but my big tip about business cards is use the back. It doesn't cost you that much more to put things on the back, and on the back of mine, I put what is Reiki, and then I put a simple and clear definition of what Reiki is. And I think that's important because there are still so many people out there that are not sure exactly what Reiki is, and you can use this little bitty business card to help further their understanding of what we do. Brochures are even better because you can put even more information, not just about Reiki, but about your business and your own practice and training. This is the brochure that I designed on my own computer, and you can see here that I have my contact information and my logo. On the inside, I have frequently asked questions. I also made a graphic about Reiki. I have information about my Facebook page and my YouTube channel. And on this flap, I have information about what Reiki can help people with. I have information about myself and my training and practice. And then on the back, I really like brochures and advertising that include this information, and that's scheduling and fees, because when people pick up your brochure, they want to know about what you're offering, and the price is a pretty big deal. I know as a consumer, if I pick up somebody's brochure and it's vague about price or other important details to me, I take them less seriously. I would really invite you to go ahead and print your fees on there and your length of session, things like that, so that the person looking at your materials gets a really clear view of your practice and what to expect should they go ahead and schedule with you. Once you have the website, the business card, and the brochure all in place, which can actually be done pretty inexpensively, consider the next step, which would be advertising in certain places. You can actually get some free advertising in your community. If you have a free Reiki share that you're going to do or a free event, a lot of different publications, like here is Natural Awakenings magazine. This is a magazine in my community. They'll let you list free events in the back, and you just turn it all in online and they'll print it out. So that's one way to get some free advertising for your event. We have a few of these in my community, so look around wherever you live to see different publications like this and find out what their policies are on free advertising. In my community, we have a New Age bookstore that's really popular, and we can put our brochures right there. And I've gotten quite a few clients just like that. I even put business cards at Whole Foods on the bulletin board once, and that was a really long time ago when I was just starting out. And I have a client who comes regularly because he saw that business card at Whole Foods. So every now and again, something little like that can really help your business grow. Another big piece of advice I have is every time a new client comes in, they'll fill out your intake form, which you should have already made up, and make sure you ask the question, how did you hear about whatever your business name is? On mine, it's how did you hear about Mainstream Reiki? In preparation for this video, I decided it would be a good idea if I knew where all of my clients were coming from so that I could talk about that in the video. What I did was I went back in my records and I looked at that intake form. The results really surprised me. So I've been with Natural Awakenings for, I don't know, probably over 2 years. And at the beginning, it really helped me build my business. The really surprising thing was it's really not doing what it used to do for me. And what I mean by that is when I did the percentages, I discovered 40% of my new clients are coming to me through online searches. And I do spend a small amount of money each month on Google Ads. So I would say that has really paid off. 40% of new clients is a pretty big chunk. Another 40% are coming from referrals from existing clients. And that's another pretty big chunk. So right there, that's 80% of my new clients taken care of. That leaves 20%. 12% come from that bookstore, my brochure in there, and then I pay very little for a small business card ad that is published 3 times a year in the journal that they put out. The remaining 8% comes from the magazine. I was spending more than 3 times the amount on the magazine advertising than what I was spending on the Google Ads. The online referrals were 40%. The magazine referrals were 8%. So you can see by the math, it just does not support me continuing with that print advertising in the magazine. And in the early days, that magazine advertising really was paying off. It just doesn't pay off for me anymore. So the lesson I learned in all this is keep tabs on your data so that you can reevaluate things as time goes by. I really had it backwards in my mind and was thinking that the magazine was bringing in more clients than it really was. Overall, my advice would be to keep your advertising spending below 8% of what your gross income is. Now, in the beginning, you might go a little over that just because you're new and you really do need your name out there, but don't overlook all the free options to get your name out there. So yes, Facebook can be that. That is free. The free listings in your community, guides and journals, and my free method that I outline in that other video about bringing in new clients. So there are a lot of different opportunities, and you don't have to spend a lot of money in order to get started, but also be getting your name out there. I hope some of what I've said has been helpful and got your own wheels spinning about how to help your Reiki business take off and be successful the way you envision it. Please subscribe to the channel so you can get updates when new videos come out, and I know you're out there and interested in more topics. And speaking of topics, if you have any ideas about those, write those down in the comment section and I'll certainly take a look. Until next time, thanks so much for tuning in, and I wish you the highest Reiki blessings.